Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3, and today I'm going to be giving you part 2 of What If Naruto Found the Uzumaki Curse. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also guys, remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode. Well, brand new series of What If Naruto Was Treated Like Gaara over an Anime King 2. And remember, for anyone this is the first time you hear my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking back to all of you. And also guys, stay tuned for a brand new episode coming over Anime King. And yes, I did have 3 channels, and Making 2 and Making 3, which I post What If on every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Making family. Link will be down in the description. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Starts the intro. So the last time we left off, the head of the Uzumaki clan and several other Uzumakis were sealing something away, as this thing was created by them, so it was their curse. It was their problem, they had created it to help them, but now it had turned against them, as they quickly used their power, but the leader ended up using his soul to empower the seal. In doing so, his life essence was eaten away and he died. But the thing was sealed away. Throughout history it was passed down, as it was handed to Mito, and it was sealed away in the Forbidden Scroll of Sealing by Hashirama. It was placed over a seal using Mito's blood, so only other Uzumaki could open it, and Hashirama as well. So with that, it was locked away until one idiotic blonde. His name was Naruto Uzumaki. He was currently 15 years old, and he just failed the academy test once again because he had too much chakra. He always knew that something was different about him, but he never knew the exact reason why. But Naruto was a special person because, well, for one thing, he didn't take crap from anyone. As Naruto had proven more than once to the people of Konoha that he was a force to be reckoned with. He literally fought them back. So they stopped, well, attacking him. But they still glare at him and send hate his way, but he just cursed at them. He purposely went out of his way to curse at them. He also hated almost everyone in the village, even the old man as well, because he knew the old man was hiding something away from him, and he would not tell him what it was. Why the people hate him so much, he would not tell him. And for that, Naruto was rather angry. But Naruto started to steal almost every single secret in the Forbidden Scroll of Sealing. He knew that he was being played by Mizuki, but he realized that if he was caught, he would just tell them that Mizuki told him to do it. After all, Mizuki seemed to be a traitor, as Naruto started to jot down everything. There were some rather interesting things in the scroll, as he started to jot them down one after another. It was then that he came upon something. He unsealed it to realize it was a box. But it messed with his life force. As the end passed, now the only thing that kept him alive was a fox. As Naruto finally realized why the people hate him so much. But the fox was able to watch his life due to the seal and how it was set. And it must say it liked how its container behaved, especially regarding the people that treat him like crap. He also treated them like crap at the fox like that. As he spoke to the brat. As Naruto exited the Mindscape, as he was able to tap into the power of the fox, when he told him to give it to him so they could work together. As the fox was realizing that perhaps Naruto was right, even though the fox was not going to bow to his commands. Having a weak container would do him no good, as he empowered Naruto with his chakra. But something happened. Instead of losing control, Naruto actually started to take control of his chakra. Naruto was used to malice and hate, as he's been through his entire life. Instead of letting himself be override, he actually gave in a bit, and allowed his subconscious to take full grasp of the Kyuubi's chakra, and he started to flex with it. He calmed down after Iruka arrived, as he had jotted down everything in the scroll, and sealed it away. So with that, Iruka arrived there, but Naruto was not aware to be stabbed right in the chest by Mizuki. A Fuma shuriken killed him. As Mizuki told Iruka that Naruto was lying and do not believe him, Iruka never really hated Naruto to a sense. Well, he didn't like him that much because the fox inside him was responsible for his parents' death. And also Naruto did not make things easier by the way he acted. He went out of his way to cause havoc and chaos. Unknown to them, the thing that was in the box was on seal as it came inside Naruto's body. The thing merged with him as Naruto woke up. Naruto ended up beating and absorbing Mizuki, unknowing what he was doing as he got memories of techniques. Iruka was confused by this as the Anbus arrived, as Naruto raised his hand. As he mocked surrender to them as they took him to the Hokage. As Naruto told the old man that he knew, he told the old man to crap the bullshit, he didn't care. Why he hide what he hide, but he knew now. And he'll be coming back for his headband tomorrow. Not only did he find out that Mizuki was a spy, but he also knew the Shaolin Jutsu, so with that he headed home. Once he was home, Naruto had in his Mindscape as he met the thing that entered his body. It said its name was Carnage. From what it was able to recollect, it was not from this planet. It landed on this planet. But upon arriving here, the Uzumakis took a bit of its sample because whatever it was through, it didn't know what exactly it was dying. The Uzumakis used it to create a perfect weapon that the Uzumaki was supposed to control, but Carnage, it gained more sentience because after all it was a living organism. So with that he was able to override his hosts. And Carnage, just as his name said, he liked to create nothing but carnage. So he started to wreak havoc throughout the Uzumakis, while using the Uzumaki that was currently using him as a host to kill several people that the Uzumaki did not want. But Carnage did not really care as he loved the chaos and destruction. As he pushed it too far when he had the Uzumaki murder several of his own Uzumaki clansmen. So they decided to have him sealed away, and that is his story. He tried to kill Naruto multiple times, but due to the way things were set, he could not. But Naruto could hurt him, as Naruto also found out that he was from a clan. Well, now that was a lot of shit to find out in just one night. So yeah guys, it's basically as we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself. So let's begin this new episode. We begin this episode at Naruto's apartment. Well, it wasn't an apartment, it was like a complex. The entire building belonged to him after all. Not many people knew this, not even a third. Because he was busy lately and he didn't have much time to pay visits to Naruto. But he still sent by the monthly allowance. But that is not what caused Naruto to buy this building. Well, Naruto lived in the red light district of Konoha. The red light district was known for its violence. The clans like the Inuzakas, the Aburmis, and the Hyugas all live up in the richer part of Konoha, while the poor people live in the slums, and that was the red light district. Although it was poor, it was not that in a bad shape. Most buildings were not like 100%, but the apartment complex that Naruto lived in was quite well taken care of. Well, it was because of him living there. There was a lot of gangsters, a lot of thugs in this area of Konoha. That is why many people don't walk the street late at night here. But Naruto did, and he didn't care who see him. Well, they went out of their way to avoid him, most of the other people, while the rest of them gave him respect, seeing that he was in charge. Well, in a sense. Most of the thugs here didn't have ninja abilities, so having someone that could literally smash a boulder with his bare fists, well, that caused him to realize his strength level. But not only that, Naruto went into the heart of the army of the thugs. There was a lot of them, like a lot, and he had sent all of them to the hospital. He made sure to give them a proper beating because that was the only thing they understand, fear. And when you beat them, they realized who was in charge. They had threatened to burn his house down while he was inside, so he had paid them a visit and made sure to bring the pain down upon them. While Naruto was not mixed up in their drug dealings or the things that they do to get money, he was their protector. There were several different parts of Konoha with some different gangs, as Konoha was a really big place, and not to mention, Naruto had left the village several times without heroes nor anyone knowing of this. It was in the late of night though, as he had went with the thugs, as he went to get merchandise, things that would be illegal to sell in Konoha, but Naruto had been their bodyguard. It wasn't anywhere far, it was just in Land of Fire, and he get a rather hefty sum for his payment. considering that he intimidated them to give him more, so yeah. And not to mention, he didn't buy the apartment complex. In actuality, everyone that lived there moved. The people that lived there used to treat him like crap when he was younger, especially the old woman that raised the rent. But after she came home and found their cats all dead, they were not just dead, they were crucified, as they were pinned up with their entrails all over her apartment. She decided to leave the place immediately. And the people that came to foreclose the place because they knew the demon brat lived there, well, they were sent to the hospital with broken bones. And anyone else that came. And so from there on, people just left it, and Naruto took over the complex. The place was large, as he had several floors to do what you want. He had a living dojo, which he used the money to buy expensive materials. That is why his physical physique was so strong, as Naruto exercised almost every day. Judging that he had so much chakra and he couldn't really control it, he decided to work on upping his physical stature first. That is why he was so muscular for his age. He was just 15. He was tall and muscular. As he didn't look like 15 at all, people might think that he was in his late 20s, or probably early 30s, as he had lost all baby fat, every single ounce of it, and his face was well angled and shaped. At the moment though, there was a loud crash. As Naruto picked himself out of bed, the alarm clock was splattered on the wall. He didn't know why he always set the alarm, as he always broke it. He moved towards a box. Inside the box was at least 10 more alarms, as he picked one out and placed it back on his nightstand. His apartment was glorious, as Naruto liked to live in luxury. He had a rather large TV. His fridge was always stacked with food, mostly meat, as he enjoyed meat of all kinds. And not to mention his cupboard was stacked with all seasoning and different things, as Naruto was a person that enjoyed rather tasty cuisine. Yeah, that was one thing about him, he liked to cook. Given his stature and the way he acted, it didn't seem that way, but he actually liked to cook. As Naruto stretched, as he slept in the complete nude, he made his way towards the bathroom yawning, as he went and hopped in the shower. He had made sure that everything was up to finances and everything was paid for. That is why when he turned on the hot water, he felt it rushing over his body. As he washed his hair and took a shower underneath it, after which he came out with a towel. As the towel was drying his hair, he made his way towards the kitchen. He started to make himself some breakfast. After he was finished, he sat down, as he was still in the complete nude. It was his place. Who's going to tell him to put on clothes? Well, no one. Once he was done, he got up and stretched. It was another day, he thought to himself, as he had the entire wall region of his upper floor taken out, and there was a big glass frame there to let in the sun. As Naruto pulled the curtains as they separated, as he stood there, his hands at his side, looking over the village as a smirk was on his face. His apartment complex was rather large, and considering that he lived on the top floor, well, he could see a lot from here. After which he made his way as he got dressed, as he looked into his closet after putting on some underwear. As Naruto pulled out a tight black bodysuit, well, most of them was a shirt, and placed it on, before he grabbed his jacket and placed it on. It had a hood, but he placed it down. Crimson markings run down the side, and there was a black Uzumaki swirl on the back, with a red trimming around the sides. He placed on black style envelope pants and sandals. He checked himself out in the mirror, as he gave a smirk. His hair seemed like it was always perfect for some reason. The spikes lie down perfectly, as he reached down into his back. As he left the apartment, he didn't even lock the door. No one would dare enter his place, and not to mention there were several people that know him quite well. Considering the moment he stepped outside, people started to call at him. As Naruto waved towards them, it was like he was a celebrity. But it was most of the girls in the brothel, as he knew them a lot. They had hired his services because there were some guys who thought they could use the girls and did not pay. So Naruto taught them why they could not do that, by breaking a few bones. Let's just say whenever they came back, or if they did, they start to pay properly. After he exited the red light district, eyes start to glare at him. You know, for someone who's a part of this village, you don't seem to care about it that much, said Carnage as he spoke to Naruto in his mind. Ah, you're awake, said Naruto. Ever since he got this damn thing in his head, Carnage has been trying to find a way to make his life hell. But the thing was, Carnage couldn't really do anything, as Naruto had full control. No matter how much he tried to kill Naruto in his Mindscape, or no matter how much he tried to shout, because Naruto could simply shut him up. The only person that he could torment was the Kyuubi, who promised that he would get to him and rip him apart. But Carnage found it as a challenge because the Kyuubi was stuck behind bars. He kinda felt like it was him behind bars, as he remembered that damn Uzumaki sealed him away in that damn cube. But now he was free, and he wanted to wreak havoc on the world. But he could not because he was stuck in here, and he couldn't really get out. Why should I? Said Naruto. I might care about some of the people in the red light district, but the rest of Konoha can go and screw themselves, said Naruto, as he made his way. I mean, look at them. Hateful glares. I wish one of them would say something though, so I can put them in their place. If there's one thing I like about you, stupid child, you like to fight. I'm not a child, said Naruto. You're far younger than me, so yes, you are a child to me. Whatever you say, said Naruto. How about you let me out, so I could cause a little bit of havoc around here? And let me guess, said Naruto. Carnage. Exactly. It seems like we understand each other. Now how about you release me? I'm not gonna do that. And why not? Because when I do allow you to take some sense of control, you're gonna take over my body. It's not like you can forcefully take it for too long, but you are gonna do that. And do things I don't want. I thought you didn't care about the people around here. While I don't, you're gonna cause more problems for me. And it's not like I'm gonna stay in jail if the old man tried to put me there. What? He would do that to you. Why won't you fight back? Well, considering that he has an army of shinobi at his disposal, who will probably attack me if I decide to fight against him, I doubt that I would survive. With me here, you can slaughter them all. Let's kill them. It will be much more fun. Yeah, well, that does sound good, said Naruto. To pay them back for all the shit I went through when I was younger. I'm not that same kid anymore. I'm not a weak little idiot who's gonna stand by and let them beat me. I am my own man now and they know not to screw on me. Otherwise, well, it's not gonna be pretty. Then why go to this stupid academy? Why become a ninja if you don't really care? There's not much else to do in this village. I'm not in the business of becoming some kind of person that work at a market or something like that. Being a ninja means going up in ranks, and not to mention going on dangerous missions. And what does these missions entail? Well, mostly killing people and causing a lot of problems. Well, now that seems interesting. Why didn't you tell me that before, you idiots? I told you before, the name is Naruto, and I don't see why I should tell you anything. Considering that the Uzumakis are dead, and I don't have a fuel for my anger anymore. Well, you, because you're a last Uzumaki. But I can't really kill you. And not to mention I get bored rather quickly. I want to make sure you don't bore me with all of your nonsense. At least your attitude is a good one for me. So until I find a way to kill you, for now I'll just watch as you do your thing. I want to see what this life of a shinobi entail. I thought you were a part of the Uzumaki clan, said Naruto. I wasn't a part of their stupid clan. Stop calling my clan stupid. It is stupid, they sealed me away. Because you deserve it, you killed so much people. They were the ones that turned me into whatever I am right now. So screw them and screw you. Now as I was saying, there wasn't missions like this before. And besides, he didn't really use me. I was just there for extra protection. The Uzumakis are too soft for their own good. But now with you, I look forward to see the chaos that you will cause. Can you two be quiet? I'm trying to sleep, said the Kyuubi. Oh shut it, you overgrown furball. Can't you see I'm talking, said Carnage. As the foxes looked at him, he really wanted to kill that annoying pest, but he could not. Keep on talking, I'm gonna let him out on you, said Naruto. Huh. And I would devour him, said Carnage. Do you really think you can take on the Kyuubi? Let him out and let's see, Carnage said. Not in my body, said Naruto, as he arrived at the academy. It seems like he was a bit late, as Naruto gripped the door handle and swung the door open. The moment he did, all eyes turned towards him as he stepped in. People were surprised. What's he doing here? I thought he failed. As the many were surprised to see him here. Huh? Hey, didn't he fail? Kiba said. as they didn't know what was going on. Naruto, where's your headband? Aruka asks, as he knew that Naruto had received his headband yesterday. Oh yeah, about that, said Naruto. I'm not gonna wear that. What? It doesn't fit my style, said Naruto. Naruto, that headband, show that you're a part of the Hidden Leaf. You have to wear it, he said. It's your identification. What? Well, screw that. I have my own identification. I mean, look at me. Where the hell am I gonna put it? I'm not gonna put it on my forehead. It's gonna ruin my hair. I'm not gonna put it on my clothing. It's just gonna look off. Either way, you still have to wear it. That is a part of being a ninja, showing your representation of your village, so put it on, or I will not allow you to become a ninja. Naruto paused. Oh, now I'm curious, how exactly are you gonna do that? Didn't I already pass your little test? And I also got my headband, and I'm now registered as a shinobi. So how will you stop me from becoming a ninja? Aruka frowned. This was what he was talking about, Naruto's attitude. He had a problem listening to people. He had a problem doing what he was told. You know what, screw it, said Naruto. I'm in a good mood today. I'm just gonna do what you say. As Naruto pulled out the headband, Aruka frowned when he saw. Naruto, what have you done, he said. What? As there was an N carved at the side of the headband. N for my name, Naruto. As Naruto looked over himself, before he tied the headband around his neck, as it hung down. He then looked around the class. Many people in the village did not like him, but that did not stop several girls from liking him. Mainly because he was a badass. Girls at this age, well, most of them at all age, seem to be obsessed with people that break the rules. People that do things that they were not supposed to do. And Naruto was the definition of that. He was a badass. He did what he felt like. He do what he do. And he say what he say. And that got many of the girls in the class to have a crush on him. And while Sasuke chose to ignore the girls that had a crush on him, Naruto openly talked to them. And he even flirted with them. Sometimes they couldn't handle it because he acts so much more mature than most people in the class. And not to mention the way he act. It got some of them liking him very much, even though their parents told them to stay away from him. And that made it even worse. He was forbidden. And that made them want him even more. As Naruto smirked, several of the girls had heart in their eyes as they saw that smirk. After all, because of all of the training and the way his hair was set, he was a rather handsome person. But Naruto saw one of his favorite person in the academy as he made his way towards her. As Kiba had a pissed off look on his face, considering that he was obsessed with that girl, he liked her very much. But, well, it didn't end so good for him when he had tried. He shook his head, not wanting to remember that right now. Oh hey, Hinata, said Naruto as he sat down beside her. Oh hey, Naruto-kun, she said. Hinata was a shy girl around most people, but not Naruto. The reason being, well, he told her he liked her, but not the way that you might expect, or not the way that she wanted. He told her he liked her because she was cute, and again, not the way that she thought. He saw her as a cute little kitten. He saw her as a child. Despite the both of them being the same age, he refused to believe that she was a grown girl. He saw her as a kid. That angered her at first, as she liked him, the reason being, he did whatever he wanted, and no matter what was put against him, he never gave up. And not to mention he saved her when she was younger and she was being bullied. He put several kids in the hospital when he saw them making fun of her eyes. She had a crush on him as he told her he knew, but he told her he saw her as a little kitten, and she was upset. But still, she remained friends with him because he was one of the few persons in her life that didn't treat her like she was pathetic. He actually encouraged her and told her she was strong. Most people might thought that he was a hard ass or he was bad, but if you talk to him and you get to know him, well, he was bad, but not to everyone. She really hoped that she got in a team with him. Because of her attitude, she didn't really have that much friends. Yes, people talked to her, but it's not like she knew them personally. As she glanced over to see Kiba glaring at Naruto, Kiba had tried to ask her out, but she declined. He had then been a bit forceful, only for Naruto to break his face. He was bleeding so bad, everyone thought that Kiba was perhaps going to die from blood loss. but he was brought to the hospital. Let's just say the Inazaka matriarch was not pleased at all. Lucky enough, Sarutobi was able to sort out the problem, as Naruto felt a stare. "What is it, dog breath?" he said. "Alright," Aruka said, before anyone could say anything else. "Let's get back to what I was saying," as Naruto leaned back, as Sasuke was looking ahead. As usual, he had a frown in his face. Sakura was the one that got to sit beside him as Ino. Ino had found a new target that she wanted to go after, and that was Naruto. It was the same thing like for most of the other girls. It was because of the way he acted, like a bad boy, and things that he did, and not to mention her father and her mother specifically told her to stay away from him. He was nothing but trouble. But that just got her more and more interested. As Naruto saw her looking at him, he blew her a kiss. As she looked away, a small bit of red in her cheeks. Not to mention he was much more open than Sasuke. He wasn't afraid to talk. As Sakura and a few other girls were still onto the Sasuke fan club, Sakura stayed away from Naruto as much as she can, considering that he threatened to kill her on numerous occasions because of the way she acted. Yeah, he didn't really get along with her all that well. As Aruka finished listing off from Team 1 to Team 6, as Aruka looked towards the clipping board, because of his scores, Naruto was dead last, and there was a good reason for that. While he was a top in physical attributes, regarding his studies, Naruto did nothing in class. He had realized a long time ago that the teachers were out to get him. They always mess with his scores, as whenever he does a test, he realized his answers were changed, so he decided to say screw it and stop doing them. He didn't do any writing work at all, considering that he didn't have a backpack. Yeah, that was a major blow. He got zeros on almost every single thing. He was a dead last of the class. But that was not because of his skills. Kiba had made fun of that once, but Naruto had showed him why he should not in the battlefield when they had spar. Usually, people end up with broken bones whenever they fought him, considering that these kids were not really strong enough to face him. As one of the students asked, "Aruka-sensei, where is Mizuki?" As she thought that he would be here to congratulate them as well. After all, he's been their assistant teacher since a long time now. "Oh, Mizuki is... he's a traitor." As everyone turned their eyes towards Naruto, wondering what he was talking about. "He tried to trick me into stealing the scroll of sealing, but, well, I whooped his ass and sent him running," said Naruto. "So yeah, your teacher that you love so much was a traitor." Naruto was angry. "Naruto," he shouted. He wanted the kids to go off on a positive note. He didn't want them to know that. "What? Why hide the truth from them?" said Naruto. "They should know. So if any of them is thinking of becoming a traitor, once you do, Konoha will come after you. And not to mention me, seeing that I'll be a ninja very soon. And I'll kill you," said Naruto. Just like how they probably killed Mizuki already. Yeah, they probably sliced his throat already for what he did. The girl that asked the question was surprised. "Aruka-sensei, is that true?" Aruka sighed. "Mizuki did something bad, yes. But that is not anything for any of you to worry about right now. Now let me get back towards what I was saying. Team 7 will consist of Sasuke, Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki." Hinata frowned. As Naruto placed a hand on her head. "Don't worry, kitten. I'm sure that you're gonna get a good team as well," his nickname for her, seeing that he saw her as a little adorable house cat. Team 8 will be Hinata Hyuga, Shino Aberame, and Kiba Inazaka. Kiba was beyond happy, as there was a smile on his face. "Hey, dog breath." He looked up towards where Naruto was. "Touch her, and you're dead." "You think you can scare me?" said Kiba. "Nah, I'm not even threatening you," said Naruto. "I'm making you a promise." On the other hand, Shino is a rather decent guy. I'm sure he will not stand for your foolishness. And not to mention, if he tries anything, Hinata, just kick him right in the nuts. As Hinata blushed in embarrassment, he was always doing this, embarrassing her. As I was saying, Aruka said, clearing his throat. He couldn't wait to have Naruto out of his class. As he went down to list the other teams, Team 10 will consist of Ino Yamanaka, as Ino slammed her head on the decks, Choji Akimichi, and Shikamaru Nara. Why did Sakura get all the cute boys? Not just Sasuke, but Naruto of all people. "Damn it," she said. But she said to herself though. He went on to list the rest of the teams. Alright, your Jonin senseis. We'll come to pick you up now, he said, as he gave him a final speech. And I wish you all good luck. With that he left the class. He was finally freed of Naruto. He wouldn't have to have him as a student anymore. He just prayed for the world to know that Naruto was set loose upon it. Time skip. I'm Asuma Sarutobi. I'm here for Team 10, Asuma said, as Team 10 quickly filed out with their sensei. I'm Kurenai UI. I'm here for Team 8. Whoa. Your Jonin sensei is rather hot, said Naruto. Kurenai blinked as she overheard what that kid said, as he did not whisper it or anything, he just said it out rather loud. She knew exactly who he was. The problematic troublemaker Naruto Uzumaki. As Hinata once again blushed in embarrassment, he was always doing this. As Naruto, ruffler here. I'm not a child, she said to him. We're the same age. As he kept on doing that. Come on, you're just a little baby, said Naruto. That was how he saw her after all. Now, go and be careful out there, he said. And if you're hurt, and if anyone tried to mess with you, just come and call me, he said, and I'll handle it. You don't have to worry, she said. I'll train, and I'll get even stronger than before, and I'll prove to you that I'm not a baby. As Naruto chuckled at that, just be careful, he said. You too, she told him, as she had long stopped stuttering around him, given the relationship now. As much as Kurenai didn't like his attitude, he had helped Hinata, and not to mention he was a friend. And also he did not do anything lecherous to her. He was actually a good person to her. For most people, not so much. Huh. I guess the loser sensei is not here yet for his loser team, said Kiba with his last remark. He had to duck as a chair smashed into the wall, nearly hitting him. Kiba shot Naruto a glare. Watch your mouth, dog boy, said Naruto. As Kiba made his way, Kurenai paused as she looked back. What was that, she asked, as she just heard it she did not see, seeing that she exited the classroom. Nothing, said Kiba, as the three of them were left in the room. As Naruto placed his feet on the decks. So, Sasuke, beat anyone in a spar lately, Naruto asked. Sasuke frowned as his eyes seemed to twitch a bit. How are you even here, he asked. Didn't you fail the exam? As Naruto pointed towards the headband. Well, consider that I have this. Well, I didn't fail. Well, you could have beaten someone up and stole it, said Sasuke, given who you are. Yeah, you're right about that, but Haruka wouldn't allow me to pass. The both of them had a weird relationship. They didn't hate each other, and they didn't really like each other that much, but the thing was they respected each other. The reason being Naruto saw that Sasuke was put through hell as well. While Sasuke didn't know about Naruto's hardship, he knew that Naruto wasn't really liked, and for that he lashed out at people. But Sasuke admired Naruto's strength that he needed to one day defeat his older brother. But Naruto knew about the massacre, and he knew that Itachi slaughtered everyone that Sasuke loved, including his own mother and father. And he respected Sasuke for even going on after that, while Naruto never knew his own parents. To lose them while having them for a short amount of time, that would have been painful. So with that, the two of them had a bit of respect for each other, not to mention, they were always in the finals whenever the class was gonna go for a fight in the back, but Naruto always won. Sakura on the other hand didn't know what to say. At first she thought it was amazing to be on a team with Sasuke, but she realized that Sasuke was not gonna talk to her, and she was afraid of Naruto, so it was kind of weird. Ah, screw this, said Naruto as he got to his feet. Whoever this person is, he's choosing to be late on purpose considering the others were here. Tell this person I'll be at Ichiraku Ramen. You're just gonna leave. You know that we're supposed to meet our Jonin sensei, right? Said Sasuke. And that's the difference between me and you, Sasuke. My time is important. So if this guy wants to show up late, well, screw him. As Naruto walked into the class, Sasuke sighed, as Naruto was a rather annoying person sometimes. And he was needed for this, after all they were a team now. As much as Sasuke hated to say it, he preferred Naruto out of most people in this class because Naruto was actually strong. Sakura on the other hand, she was weak. And now she was staring at him. Damn it, why did Naruto have to leave? Naruto made his way to one of his favorite stores in Konoha. Well, not really a store, a shack. As Naruto sat down as he sniffed, as Ayam smiled. Hello Naruto, she said. Hello, I am, said Naruto. Aren't you supposed to be graduating today? She asked him. My Jonin sensei is late. Don't tell me you just walked out, she said to him. As Naruto nodded, Naruto, you know that he's not right. You need to go back. He's not going to be there for a while, said Naruto. I can feel it. How about you give me something first? I'm hungry, said Naruto as he looked down towards his stomach. Fine. But you love to get into trouble for some stupid reasons, you know that, right? The usual, she said to him. Of course, said Naruto, as she made her way around the back. She came back a moment later. Hey, where's the old man? Said Naruto. He's not here today. Went to collect some spices and herbs. As Naruto thanked her for the food as he started to chow down. As he finished it rather quickly as no one else was there, so she sat down with him. As Naruto drink all the broth. You know, keep on cooking like this, and I'm gonna have to marry you someday. As she blushed a bit. What? Well, it would be perfect, said Naruto. You would be the perfect cook and not to mention a wonderful wife. And by then I'll be a world-renowned shinobi. And they will have the technology for us to live in a flying mansion that is separate from the rest of the world. With our own little village, said Naruto. And our 15 kids running around. As I am chuckling a bit. As amusing as that dream is. Wait, you want 15 kids? Of course, said Naruto. The bigger the better, that's my motto. For other things as well. She realized what he was saying as she blushed. Stopped as she said. As Naruto chuckled a bit. Why should I? You look really cute while blushing, I am, said Naruto. Well, I bid you farewell, said Naruto. There's some more things I have to do. Naruto, you need to go back. You just became a genin. Do you want to blow your chances already? I doubt they would send me back to the academy. Why wouldn't they? You always seem to cause problems. Yeah, you're right about that. But I doubt they will, said Naruto. Why not, she asked. I would rather burn that place down than go back. As he waved goodbye, she knew that he wasn't joking. As much as he said that way, he was not joking. You know, that ramen waitress is one hot female. Why don't you mate with her, said Carnage. Mate with her? I see you're with the old customs. Then what should I have said? Well, had sex with her, said Naruto. Well then, why don't you do that? Because she's one of the people around here that I actually care about. Who actually give a damn about me and treat me like a human being. You know, not everything's about sex. Or mating, as you say. Speaks like a coward, said Carnage. Hey, I'm not a coward, said Naruto. I just don't have much people around here that gives a crap about me. So why ruin the ones that does? So you're gonna cry now, Carnage said, and give me some sub-story about your past. The day you see me cry is the day I gave you the opportunity to take over my body and do what the hell you want. I'll hold you to that, said Carnage. Sometime later, as Naruto arrived in the academy. What the hell? You guys are still here? He's not here yet? As Sasuke was pissed off as Naruto could see it in sudden changes. He looked towards Sakura but she looked away. Yeah, she was afraid of him. But he didn't really mind as he sat down. Where did you go? Sasuke asked. Oh, went to eat. Went to do this and that, said Naruto as he raised his leg, but before he could, he glanced towards the door. The door slid open as someone poked their head in. As Kakashi surveyed the room, the next thing he knew he had to move as Naruto's feet connected with his arm. Kakashi heard that he was strong, but it seems that they underestimated his strength. Kakashi backpedaled as Naruto moved and raised his leg. But then he twists and brought it down and cracked the earth. Seeing that Kakashi jumped away just in time, Naruto pulled a kunai and tossed it before he went to hand sign. Kunai clone jutsu, he says, it multiplied into a lot more. Kakashi pulled a kunai as he blocked the kunais coming towards him. It was then that he noticed that Naruto was gone. He noticed a kunai where Naruto stood, as he felt the absurd amount of chakra Naruto used for one substitution. He turned and made an X motion with his arm. The ground actually cracked a bit under his feet, as he felt his arm stinging. He jumped back, as he couldn't really fight good in this small hallway. But the blonde didn't seem to have a problem with that, seeing that he already destroyed 2 of the doors. As Naruto stopped, well, it seems you are a Jonin sensei. What gave it away, said Kakashi, in a sarcastic tone. Well, I was wondering, considering that you were this late. I thought perhaps you were a joke. But despite being late, you're pretty good. You know you could have just asked me that. Look what you've done. Say Kakashi. Well, if we walk away, they won't know it is us. Hey, why didn't you kill him, said Carnage. You stupid, I can't kill him. He's my Jonin sensei. He's gonna take me on the missions. Oh. He should have still died for being late. I thought you didn't take crap from people. I didn't. That is why I went to get myself something to eat. I'm not the one that stayed in the classroom. Yeah, perhaps you're right about that, said Carnage. Now, when does the mission begin? Don't really know, said Naruto. As Sakura came out as she looked at the broken hallway. Let's go, said Kakashi. We're going to the roof. As Sasuke walked past her, she decided to just walk along as well, seeing that no one is talking about it. They made their way towards said roof. Now, said Kakashi, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourself? Sensei, why don't you go first? Considering that you're the teacher and all, said Sakura. What? Don't know how to introduce yourself, thinking Naruto asks. Of course I do, said Sakura. Then why don't you go first, Naruto asks. It's none of your business, okay? As Naruto shook his head, oh, it's quite fine, said Kakashi. Well, let's get started. My name is Kakashi Hatake. I'll be a Jonin sensei. Well, that is not certain yet. As Sasuke narrowed his eyes at that. Well, my likes. Well, you're too young to know about that. My dislikes. Too young, worse. My hobbies are. Can't tell you that yet. And my dream is to. I have too much or less. You're a real jackass for that, you know that, right, said Naruto. And what do you mean, Kakashi asks. Well, you didn't tell us anything, said Naruto. Seems that way. Why don't you go first, he said, as he looked towards Sakura. Alright, my name is Sakura Haruno. I like... She glanced towards Sasuke. I swear to God, if you don't give a proper introduction, I'm gonna throw you off this building, said Naruto. Sakura looked at him, as his eyes seemed to bore into her own, making her flinch. Now, Naruto, you can't just go around threatening your teammates like that, said Kakashi. Come on. She's not fit for this. She wants to say that her like is Sasuke, and everything that she's gonna say revolves around Sasuke. Just watch. Why don't you finish what you were saying? I will, she said. As I was saying, my likes are... As she went quiet for a few seconds. You see what I mean? Don't rush me, she said. As she did not look at him as she spoke. She had better courage when she did that. Sasuke sighed. Why don't you think about that, Sakura? Say Kakashi. You're next, he said, pointing towards Sasuke. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I don't like many things. I dislike a lot, especially annoying people, he said as he glanced towards Naruto. Yeah, love you too, said Naruto. Sasuke frowned at that. Now, ambitions, goals. I only have one, and that is to kill a certain man, and restore my clan to what it was. And I will make this a reality. Wow, ominous, said Naruto, as Sasuke glared at him, as Naruto raised a hand in defense. Hey, it just sounds dark, said Naruto. Why don't you go next, said Kakashi. Let's hear your big talk. Alright, name is Naruto Uzumaki, and I only want one thing in this world. And what is that, said Kakashi, seeing that Naruto paused for a long moment like he was expecting someone to ask. I want to release a Kyuubi upon this village, and burn everyone to hell. Everyone froze hearing that. I'm just kidding, said Naruto. Naruto, that's a very dangerous statement, said Kakashi. I know, that's why I said it. Now, let me return to what I truly want. As Naruto seemed to shrug off whatever Kakashi said, like it was nothing. Harrison was right about him. While Naruto seemed to be nonchalant and not to mention calm, well, not calm like you would expect a normal person to be, but free of mind and speak what you want to, there was some darkness there. After all, out of all the things to say, he said that. And now his teammates were confused, given the look that Sakura was giving him and the look that Sasuke was giving him. My likes are... Good food, said Naruto. I really like a good palate. And I also like to work out as well, to shatter any limits that are currently on me, and surpass them. What else? My dislikes. Well, annoying people for one. Weak people. And people that believe that you're a ninja when they're not. And also, I hate politics. So yeah, pretty much that. What about dreams or goals, said Kakashi. Not really sure about that yet. Well, considering that I'm 15, you should have a goal more than me after all. You've been living this life for a long while now, said Naruto. What are you, like in your 50s? Kakashi blinked in shock. You really think I'm in my 50s? Well, judging how you slouch all the time, I know your voice sounds old and ratty. Yeah, said Naruto. Well, I'm not, said Kakashi. Can't believe you think I'm in my 50s. Could have fooled me, said Naruto. Kakashi seemed rather upset about thinking that he was old. As Naruto chuckled a bit. Now, as I was saying, I don't really know about the likes and goal part yet. But I do want something big. Big? Like what, said Kakashi. What bigger is always better, said Naruto. Not sure yet though. Perhaps I'll go for a better title than Kage. What do you mean? Well, if someone is not the ruler of the village, perhaps ruler of the world. Ruler of the world? What, you gonna take over the world now, dope? Said Sasuke. Perhaps, said Naruto. Perhaps I'll become the supreme empire of the entire elemental nation and beyond. Perhaps even the universe. Perhaps I'll transcend into the power of the gods and rule with the iron fist. That's a rather funny dream, said Sasuke, which will never happen. Probably not, probably will. We don't know yet. It's a lot better than yours though. What would you know about my dream, Sasuke said. Alright, that's enough, said Kakashi. Now, as I was about to say, meet me tomorrow at Training Ground 7 for the real tests. Wait, real tests? Said Sakura, yes. What you done so far is a academy test to show that you can pass the academy. But my test, let me guess, said Naruto, is to see if we're up to your standards of becoming shinobis. Exactly. You're smarter than I thought. Well, I do get that often, said Naruto. So, meet me tomorrow at 6. Oh, and also, I would advise that you don't eat any breakfast. It would be pleasant, he said. And with that he flashed away. Well, that was a stupid request. Of course I'm gonna eat, said Naruto. He told us not to, said Sasuke. And if you want to follow his rules, then go right ahead, said Naruto. But I'm gonna eat. Now I would say that it was fun, but it was really not. See you guys, as he jumped off the railing. Sasuke looked over as he saw Naruto was gone. Hey Sasuke-kun, you wanna go on a date and we can talk about no? As Sasuke walked down, Sakura sighed, but she would keep on trying no matter what. Although, well, this team dynamic was a different one. Time skip. He said that, said Hiruzen. Yes. I'm not sure if he was joking or not. He did laugh at the end, but the way he said it so seriously. Kakashi, I want you to keep an eye on him. While you're training the other two, but keep a curious eye on Naruto. Since the beginning, he's always proven to be a lot difficult to handle. And I'm not in his good graces anymore. If he had anything, he would never tell me. I want you to get to know him better, so he would trust you. You're basically asking me to spy on him, said Kakashi. Yes, in a way. But it is for the safety of his village. Do you know that since Naruto was 10 years old, he was putting people in the hospital? Do you know how much? Not exactly, said Kakashi. 246. Kakashi blinked in surprise. Yes. That's how many people Naruto has put in the hospital. Although none of them died, they were severely beaten. He never go too far to kill them, but they were beaten to the point of some of them losing mobility in their legs, some of them unable to function their arms like usual. That bad, huh? Yes. And I'm afraid that using ninja is gonna get more worse. I've already been getting requests from the council to have him stripped of his title already. Not to mention have you teach him nothing, to make sure that he's weak so he don't become a threat to this village. As much as I don't want to impede on his training, Naruto is becoming more and more a flight risk. So far, there's only a handful of people that he actually speaks to. That being the owner of the ramen shop and his daughter, and one Hinata Ayuda. While he speaks to Sasuke, they don't really get along that well. Well, from what I've heard from Haruka. But other than that, he doesn't really seem to care about Konoha in the slightest. In a way, I believe if Konoha is burning right in front of his eyes, he would look to the side. You really believe that, Hokage-sama? Yes. That is why I wanted to keep an eye on him to make sure that everything goes smoothly. As Kakashi nodded, "Will do," he said. Time skip. "Where's the missions?" said Carnage. "Didn't you hear that I have to do that idiotic text first?" said Naruto. "And then we'll move on to the missions." "Fine, but this is boring." "Then go and do something. I mean, the Kyuubi hasn't bugged me since. Because he's a big slouch, he's always sleeping. I mean, look at him. Stupid fox." As Naruto had a growl from the fox in his head. "What are we doing out here?" said Carnage. "Well," said Naruto, as he looked at the fence. "The Forest of Death. This was his second time being to this place. Considering the first time he almost died, and it wasn't a pleasant experience, but now, he was a lot stronger and faster and a lot more powerful. Here I'm gonna learn how to control that power of yours." "You really think I'll allow you to control my power?" said Carnage. "Of course," said Naruto. "I want to learn what you can actually do. Not to mention, we absorbed Mizuki, and I got some knowledge from him. Some jutsus as well. And not to mention everything I stole from the Scroll of Sealing, which was a lot. And here is the best place I can wreak havoc without anyone finding out," said Naruto with a smile as he hopped over the fence and made his way. The place was filled with giant animals who had their own chakra signature. And because of their body being infused with the chakra from the plants and trees, it was rather hard to separate them from normal people. That is why he didn't notice that he was being watched. "What do we have here?" The voice would belong to a woman as she looked down towards him, surprised to see someone here in her forest at this time of night. Meanwhile, as Naruto made his way far enough, he summoned at least 50 clones before he had them moving on to what he had from the scrolls. Considering that the information came back to him, it would be rather remarkable to learn all of this in perhaps a short amount of time than he expected. "Now," said Naruto as he arrived in the Mindscape. "What do you want?" said Carnage. "Your power. How do I use it?" "Not telling you shit." As Naruto walked forward and punched Carnage in the stomach. Carnage got back up as he lashed out at Naruto, but once seeing his attack went right through him. "Guess you still can't hurt me." "Huh, screw you." "Come on," said Naruto. "You want me to cause chaos and carnage, don't you? I mean, it's literally in your name. So give me your power," he said. As Carnage looked him up and down. "Fine. Perhaps I can use this to take over your body some way. You know I can hear you, right? You know I don't hear, right?" As Naruto sighed. "Hey, big guy," he said. As the fox snored. "Hey, big guy!" "What?" "You aren't gonna help me out here." As the fox simply stretched a bit, as he cracked open the eye. "What do you want?" "Well, I need your help in my training. I also need to learn how to control your power as well. After all, we are partners. We're like the three amigos." "Who said we're partners?" said the fox. "Well, I did," said Naruto. "Don't worry, you'll come to like me very soon," said Naruto. "I'm a rather likable guy." "Doubt it." "Well, I'm better than him," said Naruto as he pointed towards Carnage. As he exited out of his mindscape, as Naruto closed his eyes, he then felt it as a strange thing started to emerge from his body and wrapped around him. It covered his entire being. "Oh shit," said Naruto as he looked at his new appearance. This looked dope. As the woman who was watching him raised the eyebrow. "Now what's this?" she thought to herself. But guys, if you ain't subscribed right here, if you want to see the next person do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notifications to stay posted. And remember, share all of your friends in your social media platform. And also guys, stay tuned for the rest of what is coming your way, but I'm hoping I'll see you guys soon. Peace.